Before we begin this episode, we just wanted to say, take a moment of time to say rest in peace to Juice WRLD. On December 8th, we learned that he passed away from a seizure upon arriving in Chicago. Man just turned 21, and an unfortunate time that has come. So yeah, we just wanted to take a moment to say rest in peace to Juice WRLD.
So yeah, I want to take the time to say R.I.P. to Juice WRLD, but I also want to say this should raise awareness to everyone who was a follower of Juice WRLD, as well as anyone who does some questionable things. I'm just saying, we don't know what happened, but I just want to say that if you're not supposed to be doing certain substances, popping pills, drinking lean, just putting yourself in terrible situations, just stop doing that, because things like this can happen.
I just want to say that, and I think I can speak for everyone here, that our thoughts and prayers go out to his family and his loved ones. This is a difficult time, so I hope that, everyone gives them the love and support that they need to go through this tragedy.
Yeah, so once again, from everyone at The Urban Product, rest in peace to Juice WRLD, and enjoy the episode.
Yep.
40 with a 30, that's a dick, no stop. Talking all that shit, it gets your ass popped off. Got your bitch doing cocaine till she locked jaw.
Check in the bag, I go to Jamaica. I need a vacation. I stay with a baddie, I fuck with a flavor. I'm chasing this paper. I got a new crib, it came with some acres. Make nothing with bangers. These niggas are stupid, I swear I'm dangerous. These niggas be hating. I'm doing no favors. I need a vacation. I grind on the daily. These niggas be hating. I'm doing no favors. Need a vacation. I grind on the daily. These niggas be hating. I'm doing no favors. I need a vacation. No time for waiting. Ain't doing no favors. I'm just chasing this paper.
Well, hello everybody. Welcome to The Urban Product. It's your girl Imani. Thank you very much for that. You guys are probably wondering, where is DME or Ricch? They will not be joining us this evening. We actually have some ladies with me today, so if they can introduce themselves.
I'll start. My voice may sound familiar. This is Naïkey, Leniska. The T is silent because I abide in Paris, France. And I am one half of Les Collègues Lakai. Amen.
It's your girl Bettina Ortina. I am the second co-host of Les Collègues Lakai.
First, we're equals.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, you better be one half.
Yes.
Hi, I am Hermeline, the host of This Too Much, the podcast, your local hype woman, future therapist, and yeah, the host of that, because I think that's what I say.
Okay. All right, guys, I just want to ask you, how was your week? How was everything, No, not so much? Okay. All right.
It's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
Yeah.
Okay, past week,
I feel like I'm dragging my feet, honestly. I feel like I'm really dragging my feet.
Yeah.
Today was just a long day for me. Like, I just got a burrito back part of me.
Oh, so you got the itis.
No, not so much, but it's just like, that's how rough it's been. Like, I just had my first meal at 5 o'clock. You know what I mean?
Same.
That's the type of day.
Same.
Yeah, just no time, basically.
Well, Thanksgiving was a couple weeks ago. How was everyone's Thanksgiving? No, not so much. Wow.
No, Thanksgiving was great. I must just say that. My cousins watch the show, so.
Protect yourself.
Yeah.
All right,
Cover
Tina,
your bases. This week was
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving was good.
Okay.
It was actually really good. Had some food. And then me and my friends, we usually go to the movies on Thanksgiving.
Okay.
And we went to see Queen and Slim.
Ooh, how was that?
Yeah.
I was going to see that too.
It was good.
How was it?
It was so good.
It was good, but
I've
like
seen negative reviews on Twitter.
Right.
So was it good for real?
It was good, as in it was like a good film.
Mm-hmm.
But
Agreed.
like I
The
felt,
expectance was not as.
I felt like it was not what I expected though. Like I felt like it was going to be more of a love story type thing, but I didn't feel like they were like.
Was it more drama? It was more on the action, like them running away and stuff.
It was more about the running away and stuff and Black Lives Matter things. But I wanted like a love story. That's what I thought it would be, and it wasn't.
It was. Overall, I enjoyed it. The ending, I'm not gonna lie, felt a bit predictable. Yeah. Because halfway through it, I leaned over to my friend and I was like, "How much you want to bet this is gonna end like?" This might be a spoiler for some, but like somewhat kind of like set it off. Yeah. And then when it did end, I was like, called it.
But you know, the twist at the end, I'm not going to blow it for any of you guys.
That
was great. I was like, me and my cousin were just like.
I was heated.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Yeah, but I think overall, like cinematography wise, music wise, it was beautiful to watch.
I'm sorry, that's what I kept saying every day after that. Yeah.
Me and Tina are just like, cool, whatever.
No, like, especially that ending, and he's just like, you already are my legacy. And I'm like, oh, okay, gonna cry, bye.
I haven't watched it. Come on.
You guys should watch it.
AMC.
Yeah.
$6 Tuesdays or whatever.
It's $6 Tuesdays.
I mean,
yeah, something like that.
I'm up in Bridgewater, okay, and I hate South Shore.
You're from Bridgewater?
No, I'm not from Bridgewater. I'm going to school there right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a fan of South Shore, even though I got family down there. But you know, it is.
Right.
Some people shut up. Yeah, because you know,
South Shore rather die.
Yeah.
You know, you hear Brock in our comments like, "What y'all say?"
South Shore people be right.
Hot. Okay. Well, I wanted to get y'all's perspective on double standards.
Just in general, or
where do
like
we
in the
begin?
Haitian household, or what? Because it's really like,
let's start in general, like in our generation. You know, like we're I think all in the same age group, but then Herm, you're like a couple years older than us. So I feel like, you know,
respect my privacy, please.
Why were you?
I was about to throw it out there.
I just had to make sure.
No, ma'am. I just wanted to get y'all's, you know, perspective off it, because you know I feel like there's some women out there who feel like it's not really double standards. Like some women like the old school traditional views, and then some of us are like, no, hell no. Like I'm my own woman. I'm independent. So what is your like, you know? What's your vibes off of that?
It's funny because I was thinking about it today about double standards. And I was like, honestly, I'm not mad at them. Like, I'm really not. And, like, all the, like, feminists are about to come for my neck. And, you know, nowadays it's all about, you know, women making their own decisions and stuff, which is great. But, like, I'm not totally mad at, like, people, like, not people, but, like, men thinking that, oh, shoot. Oh, I was about to say something bad. I know y'all
just say it. Just say it. Just say it. Just say it. Just say it.
No, because you guys are gonna be like, just say it.
No. And just say it.
In real life,
we're not gonna get canceled.
Right. Okay.
Just be Rex.
Everyone knows cancel culture.
Listen. If it's too rec, we might have to just cut this out.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you guys.
Okay. So
done which one?
Wow.
Cancel culture is overrated anyway.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
So cancel me if you want, period. Okay, anyway, so.
People will cancel and be like, all right, I'm listening to you on the low, though.
Right.
No, facts.
Like,
I'm sure people are still listening to R. Kelly to this day.
Okay.
But, what was I supposed to? Okay, so.
That's stupid.
Yo, my God.
Okay, before I say it, let me just say it and then let me explain myself. Okay. So what I was about to say, which might sound, as you said, wreck.
I am loving the quote.
Is that I'm not mad if a man wants me to stay home and do my thing at home while he goes and works. Ooh, okay, yeah, come for my neck. All right, cancel me. I don't care. I'm off Instagram anyway. But what I say by that is that I don't like working. I really don't. Like, I just got a job again after taking a break from work, and I'm tight. That's why I didn't eat till 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, because of this little job. If my nigga, because you guys could
go ahead.
We don't hit the explicit button at the closing side. But if my nigga, because this is really how I talk, if my nigga tells me to stay home and, you know, chill and cook, which I won't be doing, I'll just be chilling doing my freelance. I'm not,
You're not mad at it.
I'm not mad.
You're living your best life.
I'm living my best life. I'm going to stay home. But if I'm not mad at a woman who wants to go and, like, men break their backs. Like, my
Okay.
mom does it, you know, Haitian mothers. That's what they do. I mean,
Okay.
so I'm not mad at it. Like, but that's the only clause. Like, if I get to stay home, sure. But, like, don't tell me that, you know, I gotta wear my skirt down to my knees. Don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me what to do. But I will stay home. I don't mind. You could work. I don't care.
I think you're trying to say, like, as long as it's not oppressive. Like, if your man's not, like,
you
you're
made
not
it better.
going nowhere. Like, you're going to be like, nah, I'm going to get a job.
Yeah.
But
No,
if
facts,
it's like,
facts.
hey, baby,
That's
if you don't want to work because, you know, I got it, period. Say
Like,
less.
you have to
I
say
wasn't going to
nothing.
work anyway, but I'm glad we're on the same page.
Okay.
Can I
do
just
like to
add
work.
something real quick?
Yeah.
My cousin's man told her, like, oh, she, like, if she wants to work, it's optional because, like, he makes so much money now. And then she was just like, you know, I might, like, you know, she was just like, no, I'm going to work and stuff like that. And I was like, you know, that's good because you don't know what's going to happen in the future because you guys are not married. But I was like, but when you guys get married, just start a blog. Do what you want.
Yeah.
Mommy blog.
Start a blog. Do what you want.
Newlywed blog. That's the thing.
Right,
People
period.
make money off that for
Yeah,
no reason.
they
If
do.
you be married for 6 weeks and they got a book on it, what do you know? What do you really know?
Yeah.
I'm sick. Okay. Well, you know how we're all Haitian. You know, we were all grew up in a Haitian household. How you feel about... So my thing about double standards, I feel like... I agree with what you're saying. I just feel like men are able to do everything under the sun.
They are.
And, you know, there's no consequences. But then if a female does anything remotely close of, you know, what a man's doing, i.e. if she wants to be out here living her best life, you know, slinging and dinging, slinging and dinging in these streets. Yes, he did that. In these streets, you know, then she's flocked for it. But it's like, if Shorty wants to have a good time, let her have a good time.
But what do you mean? Like, you mean like Megan Thee Stallion things?
She belongs to the streets.
No. Why does she have to be belonging to the streets? Don't do that. But
okay,
yeah.
sound. Okay,
But yeah, Megan, like, on your hot girl summer life. But, like, you know, men can do all that and then some, and then it's like they're glorified for it.
I feel like that's just history, though.
Yeah, I
That's
was
right.
That's just the history of the patriarchy.
That's just
Yeah,
right.
niggas gon' nig, and you know we can't be.
Yeah,
I need to relax on that word. We can't be doing what these young
Live your
men
truth.
do. You know what I mean? And
True.
I understand what you're saying. Like, we should be able to have that option and not be judged for it. But at the end of the day, we're women. You know, it's just there's some things we will do and we're just gonna get judged for it because that's just like you said. You know how
Blame the
history tends to
patriarchy.
be. So
True. But, like, our pastor, he said he was speaking to someone from our church, and he said something. I don't know if it was him or if it was Sheldon. I don't know who said it. But they were saying how women, basically, they're being raised to be like wives. You know, you learn how to cook and clean and all that. And then men are taught to be dogs, you know,
And run the streets.
And run the streets.
yeah, I low key get tight when like pastors are like, you know, when they like kind of like do like make fun of the women. They do the characters like, oh my man, but it's like, why are you talking about us? Like, talk about these dudes because if you people keep talking about women like we don't have it together, like we don't, like we're not straight, we're fine, we're not out here making a bunch of babies we don't have petite dehors, like that's not us. That song wasn't about us. Like, that was about the niggas. You know what I mean? So it's like, why are we still getting us like spoken to like that? Like when we know what we're doing. Like we're fine. We're behaved. We're well behaved women. I mean, some of us.
But then again,
That's like the
we're
overall
raised to be
disclaimer.
well behaved. Because like if a boy acts up or he comes home at 11 or he's messy, he drinks straight out of the carton, it's that's what boys do. I see my mom do it like with my cousins. Oh, you know, boys are like this and like that. But the other day, she got mad that I was home, my dad was home, and he wasn't fed. She was like, "You're the woman when I'm not here. Why is he hungry?" First of all, he's able-bodied, and that's my father. He should make sure I'm fed, you know?
Okay.
But that's just how it raised always to be like, you know, you don't laugh too loud. You don't talk too loud. You know, you
don't swear.
You're supposed to dress nice, you know?
But a boy could come in, burp, and, you know, be ashy and dap everyone up. And they're like, oh, my gosh, Junior is here. It's like,
No,
what
but
is it? Like, what is it?
I'm sick.
I see no lies.
No, that's facts though.
There's no lies about it. And it's sad because I think as women of this generation and like the generation after us and even probably before us, like what, early 30s, you see that shift and like parents are kind of mad about it. Like I know for me, like every time I go out, my mom's like,
right, where you going?
Her mom is a praying woman.
Right.
You see that?
Like,
Herb got her hands crossed right now.
Perfect example. I went to the Xavier Omar concert last night, and I got home from work, went in, like, freshened up, changed, ate, and then I'm like, all right, I'm leaving, I'm going to a concert. And she's like, you're going to a concert? I'm like, yeah. And she was like, Hermeline, pause it. And I'm like, LOL, no, bye. And I'm out. But it's like, again, if I was a boy or if I had a brother that was doing the same thing, it'd be like, okay. Now I love Vinny. Right.
But I have a question. Like, what? You don't need to disclose your age specifically, but like, it's hard not to disclose your age. But it's like, I
don't even care. It's not that serious. I'm 28.
Okay. So, at a certain age, that's when you got to do that stuff. Like, you couldn't do that when you were, like, 16, 17, 18. You couldn't do that. Like,
it's like...
It's true. It's wreck.
You know what I mean? Like, you couldn't do that. You had to hit a certain age.
Yeah.
You probably had to start paying a couple bills and really showing that you were, like, an adult in your household to be able to do... that type of stuff.
But boys, what's the age though? They start doing that like 11. Once they're telling their dad, it's a wrap.
Right.
He's not coming
right, which is crazy because it's like, even thinking about that, like at 16, it was like, all right, that's when I was like really testing the water because I just got my permit. I'm like, all right, my puede machine.
But mind you,
going driving and shit.
But mind you, it's like we gotta go out. Like we'll go out with our friends. Like boys will go out and do gaga. So it's like, what are we really gonna do? Like. Relax.
You probably do gaga too.
Yeah, but
I always hear like at least he can defend himself when he's out there. What? Your son can't fight. He was raised in Medford. Like he's getting kidnapped too. We're all getting kidnapped. But let me be out while it happens.
Yeah. No, but
that's not safe.
Or he's gonna run. He's not safe to be.
But that also goes with that like double standard because like a lot of times my mom will be like, I can't wait till you get married because you're probably gonna be hanging out at home somewhere. And I'm like, what?
Yikes.
No, like I'm gonna be in the streets with my husband.
Exactly.
What are you talking about?
I'm the streets like P-bed.
Right. Like we just in the streets together now.
Okay.
That's really what it is.
Dang, your mom said that.
Yeah, no.
Oh, no.
And
but
I
that's
think
the expectation of most of them.
For it. Like they really think you're
because even when they like discipline us, like everything comes down to when you have your own husband. Like my mom like the way I folded my clothes because when I get a man, I got a crease at a certain. I'm not doing that. You know, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
It's the year of our Lord 20-something. Like put it in the machine and get it after.
Okay.
I'm not
like
married. I'm tired of being married the maid. I was married the maid on Thanksgiving. That's how my Thanksgiving went. I woke up at 6 a.m. and I was making turkey. They're a special case. But
I hate slavery.
You said you hate slavery.
It is slavery.
Slavery is so
I hate it
It's
here.
so different. I hate this
Yeah. I hate it here. No, that's good.
Oh
No,
God. Well, speaking of husbands, all of you guys have a Twitter account?
Yeah.
Am I still activated? I may have forgotten to deactivate my Twitter, but yes.
Okay.
Social media break.
Have you guys ever found yourself, just randomly going on Twitter and, somehow, some way you get in your feelings because you see this couple and they got this little slideshow of them and their child or a photo shoot of them and their child in these synchronized outfits and whatnot.
That's never happened to me.
Not so much. Just me.
If I see it,
Cash.
if you're matching, let me shut up because I don't know what I was doing. I would love. I was about to say if you're matching with your dude, you're corny. But watch me like right. What you wearing today, babe? What color we went? No, so I'm gonna shut up. But I've never been like on social media and been like, because honestly, like.
It's a lot.
Social media is not real. Like we know it's not, especially couples who be doing the most on social media. Like really, you're not.
You're just trying to get that bag.
You're just trying to show face and show that
one
you're
picture goes viral.
thing.
Now they got a YouTube.
Right.
What do y'all gotta talk about on YouTube?
I can't do YouTube cover. But no, I've never been jealous. But I will say on Snapchat, I seen this one girl from my high school. She was on a date with her dude. And I was a little taken back because, her dude was a really good looking guy. And honestly, like,
you didn't know why she was with him? With her?
It's gonna sound me, but I was just like, girl, you like, I don't know. I was just like, dang, girl, like,
You're not so hot.
I'm not gonna say it. You keep putting words in my mouth. You keep putting words in my mouth. That's not what I said, sister.
What is you say, Naïkey? What is you say?
In my head, like.
Hater thoughts?
Wow. Right. For free. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? But, that's the only time
I was confused, perplexed.
I was confused.
Yeah.
I was confused. Mm-hmm. But no, congrats to her for real, though. But I saw it, and I felt, the only way I felt was just like, dang, like, I really can't, like
what's
just look in the mirror, just like, what's
right,
wrong with me?
Right.
Where's my camera? Where's my camera? Where's my camera?
Right there.
What's wrong with me?
What about you guys?
When I see things like that, I think it definitely varies. Oh my gosh, I can't stop crying. Like, that was so good. I just could not stop crying. Oh my gosh.
I am head
on.
But that being said, uncut, so
yeah,
I got really
I'm crying. But I don't know. I feel like there's like 3 facets for me when I see shit like that. One is like, okay, if it's someone famous, I'm like,
yeah,
bye,
whatever. Bye.
If it's someone I actually know, I'm like, aw, yay, like, you're happy, you're living life.
Right.
But there's also the low-key undertone, like, hopefully this person doesn't disappear in a couple months.
No, facts.
Because you definitely see that aspect where it's like, one moment this person's all over their social media, next minute, they're gone.
They only have 2 pictures.
Yeah, and that really does happen a lot of times. And then 3, which I hate, but there's also this aspect where it's like, goodbye. Like, where's mine? And you're just like, where?
Not that you're jealous.
No, it's not you're jealous. It's just like,
just wanting
what
your
am I
own.
doing?
And that's okay.
You know?
Look at the camera. What's wrong with
what
me?
am I doing?
Tell them, what's wrong with me?
Where's mine? Where?
Where's my camera?
Go there.
Keep go there.
This one.
You know?
Go.
What's wrong
Naïkey.
with us? Oh.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing. We're not jealous. We don't get jealous. You see us.
But, and I think a lot of people experience that, and it's a part of that life, especially around this season, because, you come and say fat flat.
Yeah.
And it's like, sure wish I had someone to cuddle with.
Or
and like
cats.
shit like that.
Yeah.
Cuddling season.
But then you get over it, and then it's like, oh, okay, the sun's back out. I'm lit. I'm back in these streets. It's fine. Like, I don't need to be in this house all the time.
You in these streets?
I mean, a little.
Hey.
But,
City boy!
Don't do her like that.
What's it say?
Is that
City boy.
Oh,
City
City
boy.
Oh.
Don't do that.
Fraud. But I think for me, where it's like, it's getting colder, so it's like I'm going out less, but I'm still enjoying my time with my friends, and it's kind of like continuing the momentum of hot girl summer into the season, because it's like, well, I ain't got no niggas, so
might as well.
What about
might
you,
as well continue
Bettina?
hanging out with my friends.
What about you, Bettina?
Wait. Yeah, what's your thoughts? No, not so much.
I like the pictures.
I do too.
Yeah, they be cute.
Thanks.
They be cute.
Like when you see the babies with the baby
She
Tims.
sounds so sad.
Oh, sad? Nah, not even. No.
Baby Tims are so cute though.
I like aesthetic, so like some of these couples really be giving it to me, and
Yeah.
I really be thinking like,
You be like, wow.
when I just pop out, everyone's going to be so sick. So I really let everyone have their shine right now. Please post your pics right now. I'm about to tell your man he's not doing good enough.
Why you stop?
Right.
I know.
Sick.
Well,
I live. I can't wait to start going to these
Right.
weddings, because if you get married after me, you're gonna be sick. You're gonna tell your man,
Whoosh.
pick up 40 more hours. You saw she had Cristal. Facts, I did.
Wow.
You know, she flew in. Facts. Don't do it, please. But I mean,
That's how
that's
she feels
good.
about that.
I'm just
good
energy.
energy.
Yeah, that's good energy though.
Yeah, because I mean, that's the energy that like
I'm over here
allows you
being
to
a hater,
chill.
and you're really appreciating that.
Yeah, I am, because I'm getting ideas. I'm like, wow, that's nice, that's cute.
Just you wait. Just you wait.
I'm not even gonna force it either. Just one day I'm gonna see my hand like this on Instagram in my story, and I'm gonna disable my comments. Facts.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be texting like, yo, I'm trying to comment your story.
This
Like, LOL.
Yeah.
LOL. Then y'all gonna get
And
the
then
invitations.
her phone's just gonna
would you be
blow up,
like,
right?
Right, and she's just gonna look at it like,
wait.
I would wouldn't do that. I just would post a picture of me already married, like on my vacation, like.
Okay.
Oh my God, I didn't know you were. Yeah.
Yeah,
you know.
I feel you. I feel you on that process, especially because it's like, I don't know. I think for me, it's like until I get married, whoever that person is always gonna be Wizard Kelly to everyone. Cause even
that's good. I like that.
Even engagements break up. It's sad.
That's true. That's
but
the
it
most
happens.
embarrassing
Like
thing.
imagine you
because you
out.
think you made it. You think you made it to the finish line. So you're like, all right, safe to post. Like if it wasn't safe before, it's safe
like
to
the
post
girls
now.
already doing bridesmaids fitting, and I gotta cancel it.
Yeah.
Oh, and it'd be sad.
I can't take that L. That's a big L.
How would that really take being engaged again? Oh God, I can't even tell him.
And that really happens.
I wouldn't take the pics down.
I'm not doing that.
What?
You wouldn't take it down?
I'm just gonna just.
I'm taking the captions. Me and bro.
Nah, I'm gonna just wait till I get married again, and I'm gonna just replace the pictures with new pictures. And they'd be like, hey, is that a new guy? Do all black men look the same? I mean, this is a new dude.
I'm deactivating at that point.
Like fast. But I had something. You said something about like friends and like you know how you basically like. You're good you're good because you have your friends and stuff. But what if you don't have friends?
Okay.
I'm not saying. I'm just asking because I have friends, but like they're not here. Worried? They all got real big girl jobs and they're like doing their thing. So I don't have anybody to hang out with. What do I do?
I feel like it's always corny saying things like that, but
that you don't have friends.
Real?
No.
But some people don't have
I have friends, but they're like they have 40-hour jobs at the hospital. You know what I mean? Like, and they be tired. So it's like. I don't know.
But they gotta have at least one day, you know. They just go out a bit.
Should I drop them?
Well, I didn't say all that.
Oh, okay.
You know, I'm just saying they should go out at least once.
Nigga, the petty don't stop.
Okay.
Cut them all off.
Petty deliverance.
No, I'm kidding.
Oh,
but
God.
No, I think that's always the best time to just. Again, this is gonna sound corny, and I hate how like some therapeutic things do sound corny, but. That's just the nature of it and the gig. But just being your own friend first. Because I think...
That's real. That's not corny. That's real.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. Because you think about when some people go into a relationship and they expect all the things that they should be working on by themselves to be fixed by that other person. Or to be worked on by that other person. And, like, there is kind of an aspect to a relationship where it's, like, a person is able to see certain things in you that you're not able to see in yourself, whereas like they can help you work on those things, but like they're not your end all be all. So there's a lot of self-work and things that you have to be able to do on your own and just be comfortable and being by yourself sometimes, because your friends aren't always gonna be around. Like I know for me, in the years I've spent like traveling with friends and stuff, or just like going out in general, I learned not all my friends can be in the same place as me or with me. So it's like, it sucks when it's like you're planning a trip and you want to be like, yo, I want all y'all to come. Yeah. But it ends up being like 3 of y'all. Mm-hmm.
Or
and
like
you have to be okay with
that. You
that.
go to a concert and they don't have the same musical taste as you.
Yep. And you just go to the concert by yourself. Like,
oh, no. I watch it from YouTube.
No, you definitely can.
I can.
Because like, I remember.
You seen how tall I am? You saw how tall I am. But I'm not tall at all, babe. Me going to a concert by myself.
No, I'm telling you.
Where's my camera? No.
Okay, so one of my best friends, I can't remember what birthday it was, but loves Adele. She bought a ticket to Adele that year for her birthday and went to the concert by herself, and it was lit.
That's an Adele concert, though. You know what I mean? Like, that's ballads. That's like people are probably coming in dresses and gowns, you know, to come
to go to the garden.
I'm going to like rap things where it's like,
oh no.
Oh, not crazy rap.
But like you think about moments like that, it's like everyone's there for the same vibe.
Yeah.
So people are gonna be there with you.
Yeah.
vibing.
So in the moment, they're rocking with
Branch
you,
out.
even if they're not your friends.
True.
Damn, I sound like a
Just for the
No.
night.
I got friends. Where my camera at? I have friends.
But no, like definitely getting comfortable with just being by yourself and doing things by yourself. Because sometimes it's nice, like when you just decide, like, damn, what am I gonna do today? Mm-hmm. Am I gonna take anyone with me? No, because I don't have to hear someone saying, "Oh, I can't make it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really like this.
Yes.
Why would I want to go?"
I
Or
don't
like, some
maybe.
Or someone even
We'll
complaining
see.
the whole time y'all there.
Exactly, and it's like, all right, I wanted to enjoy this, and I get to do so by myself without having to worry about someone else. Because you do take. think about that because there is a little bit of that responsibility. Like, oh shit, I invited this person out with me. I should check in and see. Are you actually having fun?
Yeah, it's
right,
like you
not even yourself all the way. Like if they weren't there, you would have forced it.
Yeah. Or they did something and your friend's like, that's why. You're like, yeah, that's why, girl. And you're like, dang, I liked that.
Right. or you go crazy and they don't get it.
They don't get it. Yeah, they can't even sing with it. Like,
Right.
sing. Yeah.
And I think there's even like a certain level of friendship where it's like, again, knowing like, all right, I know I can take so and so to the art museum with me, but I know if I want to go to like trap karaoke, I'm definitely taking this person and not this person. You know, and like being able to navigate which friends can do certain things.
That's wise.
Yeah,
That's some wise words.
not everyone likes the same
This
shit.
too much.
Okay,
That's
Black Girl
wise.
Magic.
Juno.
That's good.
Speaking
that's gonna
of some-
take a lot. It's practice.
Yeah.
It's gonna take some practice, but
Yeah,
that's some good
but I
stuff.
say definitely start with just finding out what you like on your own, and then being like, okay, maybe when my friends have time, let's see which one of my friends would actually be interested in doing this with me too.
Yep. Okay. Independent woman.
You know, INDEP. No, it's too long. It's still too long.
It's a lot.
I was gonna try, but nah,
It's a lot. It's a
way
lot.
too
It's a
long.
lot.
Way too
You
long.
know, that's some Black Girl Magic, you know, sauce right there that she just dropped on everybody. Speaking of Black Girl Magic, guys, can we talk about, like, you know, our women just making moves? You got Meg Thee Stallion. I don't know about y'all,
Did
but
you guys watch
she.
her Tiny Desk?
Yes.
I didn't watch it.
She
Just
killed
had
it.
a Tiny Desk. She did
Yep.
a really good job. Like, her breath control was, like, really great. Like, she was lit. She was lit. I wish I was in the room.
She had this year, and she probably gonna have next year. Year after that.
You think?
She better have the summer again.
I would hope so.
I would
the
like it.
Because she's still relevant. Like, she's making moves.
Yeah.
But then again, everyone kind of like has like a year, unless
true.
you're Drake and Beyonce, who's had years.
Right.
And Chris Brown.
Like a lot of the newbies like get a good year. Like if the baby has 2 good years in a row, that's like
That'd be crazy.
He's been having a year
I
too.
just got hip to him. I love it.
You love
I'm
him?
a closeted ratchet person, and I love the baby. I love him. Yeah.
He's
Rico Nasty's been having a good year as well.
That's true.
Yeah.
Ha.
Normani's been having a good
She
year.
has.
Remember, I was on her, and then she just got really like too like.
Like
Not so much.
Shall I say demonic? she was getting too much over there. I was like, all right, girl, bye.
Girl, bye.
You're getting weird. I had to go.
No. Meg's definitely been having a good year. I wish her management was a little bit better.
I wish her
stylist.
Yeah.
I know who her stylist is. He used to. I don't know if he still is, but he used to style Chris Brown too. And I'm just like, I think that
the 06-ness in her outfits.
Yeah, I think that he takes. I think he takes her vibe and like. Okay, I think that I'm about to describe a stylist, but like. You know, they take your vibe and they make it better, right? You know what I mean? I think he did I think he did a great job with Chris Brown, you know, like taking his like style and like amping it up. Yeah.
But he just made her look like a cartoon character all the time.
Like an anime character.
Yeah.
And you know, a
know,
cowgirl.
Yeah. It's a lot at the same time. But like one of the anime looks that she did for a magazine cover was fire. Like the concept was nice, but thinking about like the tours and some of the fits that she's been wearing,
can't be comfortable.
I don't know, like,
It'd be
she
bad.
needs to be careful because baila termo tight like that area. I was like, Meg, you need to be careful. You go. You don't have to sit it out one of these shows because
I don't know, man.
Costume La Tour.
Mind you, she has a nice body, so
She
it's just
deserves
like
better.
she can
That's
be
the only thing saving
versatile.
her.
She
If
deserves
had an ugly
better.
Body, these fits. She
Yeah.
What is an ugly body? I'm sorry, I'm trying to say it.
Listen.
Oh, my fault.
Speaking
That's
of
what I meant.
PC.
No, that's okay. No, that's okay. No, that's okay. You know what? No. You know who we need to talk about? Lizzo. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Can I get off the camera? Can I get off?
I'm not going
Let's talk about Lizzo and her
I'm not talking
antics.
about it.
I gotta
Okay.
moisturize my lips. I can't.
Can someone
Our publicist to fix this already. Hey, yeah, we're gonna need some help.
Listen, she has no friends. I don't know what's going on. I don't know who told her that
I'm
was
not going to
hot.
partake in this conversation.
That was disgusting.
Big
Okay,
Not because
okay.
that's her business.
You guys are trying to get us
No, I'm not getting y'all canceled.
Y'all not.
Listen, it's not because she's huge. Because I know. I already know people are gonna come to me and talk about she's huge. It's not because she's large. She's large. There's nothing wrong with her being large. Listen.
Yo, stop repeating it.
No, it's
she's
okay.
She's a plus size rapper.
That's fine. It don't matter.
I just want people who decide to listen to this on my channel to know.
No, but I'm saying that.
Honestly, I'm fat too, so
I'm not saying it
are not the
bad.
same. So you know, I'm not even skinny. So
listen. My family comes from big body women. I have no problem with her being big body.
That's why you said it so comfy like that.
Listen,
I'm gonna say my piece and be done with it.
Listen, she just has no friends. By God, that's just nasty.
Listen, I am for everyone wearing whatever the hell they
want.
I'm not for that.
I've already said
so. All I'm going to say is it is not sanitary. No
that
matter
was not sanitary.
Whether you are a size 0, a size 8, a size 16, a 22, 26, it does not matter.
I think
having your butt
on the
out on the seats at a game is not.
That's
cool.
where we're going.
The children of
there
America.
Are children.
That's where we're going.
Okay,
so that's where
if
we're
I
going.
play
Sanitary.
devil's advocate, children are everywhere and naked women are everywhere. Like bodies be everywhere.
But at a basketball,
but all I'm gonna say is there's a time and place for everything, and that was not the place nor the time.
Agreed
for that.
There was no time and place for any of that.
In me is like live your best life. Yes. But then
that was never welcome.
It's saying, Lizzo, you gotta chill out, babe.
That was never welcome.
Like, I know she's doing it for the big girls, but it's like kind of like
but
she's doing it for. But it's kind of like
she didn't do it the right way.
She didn't do it the right way.
No, I just don't think your ass should be out.
When I first saw that on Twitter, I thought it was an edited video. I didn't even know it was real. And then I saw it trending, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, but what if Kim Kardashian did that?
No,
that would have been
Fashion
Nova would already have that on the new arrivals.
But it's still bad. Like your ass should not be
bad.
out.
We're
like
not
that.
comparing it to nothing. That shit was not welcome.
So it's not
anywhere.
because she's a PHAT.
Not because that other girl did something similar and she got rash too.
Who's
that girl rapper that talks mad trash and she does like voodoo?
What?
Azealia Banks.
Oh,
Azealia?
But that wasn't hot either.
Something?
Yeah,
she
but that was
something.
Like
but
that
nothing.
too.
She.
But that goes back to saying that whether you're a 0, a 2, or 26, it doesn't matter. Like that was
cut
not
my mic off. Cut my mic off.
No, I didn't.
I just don't think
I respect everyone's life choices.
That was different.
I said I respect. I didn't say I.
I'm just trying to think. Imagine going to the next game at that stadium and you're just like,
you're like, where did she sit?
Yeah, because it's like, nah, y'all need to give me.
But okay,
some Pure
there was
Round,
mesh
some
on
Plus.
it, right? There was like a mesh.
No.
Like fucking mesh.
Bare ass.
I was trying to tell my sister so bad. No, there was mesh on it. There was mesh.
Bare booty. She literally took scissors and cut a circle open. It was bare
on
ass.
some Mean Girls.
I guess.
They cut the
on some Mean Girls.
Wow.
And then just to like twerk your bare ass.
Wait, she twerked
at
the game?
Yeah. That's why I thought it was an edited video. Because she started...
And that's what I'm saying.
But aren't we talking about women that were having great years? Didn't she have a pretty good year?
She did.
She did, but this is a setback. This is just trash.
But I mean,
honestly, we all get gassed after we do something great. I mean, she
you know what?
They gave her Ari Lennox's award, and she got 2 guys.
Let me tell you something. First of all,
we're not even gonna
go there. We're not gonna go there. That was not part of the Google Doc. Because I'm gonna get mad.
Yeah,
we're not doing
it. My fault.
Oh, you disagree?
Because you're getting me tight.
Ari Lennox is a girl.
Because you're getting me tight.
No, I love Ari.
Sold from under my sister's feet, but
I mean,
I love Ari. Pero Soul Train Awards, that was hers. Yeah. That was hers. And Lizzo was. I don't know music. I'm just on the music podcast. I don't know.
Came from because it's like that album was just straight black. Black. That album's called Shea Butter Baby.
Okay.
So like, I think I don't know, because. If you've seen Ari's lives, she's so expressive.
She's a clown. I love her.
Yeah, she's funny.
She's amazing.
She has a great personality, like a unique. Her personality is different because she's ratchet, but in a classy, funny way. Exactly. Like it's bomb.
Yeah, so it's like she had her moment, and at the end of the day, even with like the whole Lizzo thing, she wasn't outright bashing Lizzo and saying like, "Oh, Lizzo took my awards." You know,
You can't
so it's
express
like for
yourself
people to
nowadays, people getting
even,
mad.
yeah, because for people to even like pin her against Lizzo, and she has to be on Twitter like, I'm not talking trash about Lizzo. Like, this has nothing to do with that. So why y'all trying it? And it goes back to like people trying to pin black women against black women and just pin women against women in general sometimes.
I mean, congrats
So
to
it's
Liz
like-
on her little purse and everything, but that was for Ari, period, done. But aside from the basketball game, though, like, Liz will be doing this on social media. Like, she always has her butt out.
I feel like I'm always seeing her butt and I don't follow her.
But I mean,
I don't follow her either, but I just see
everything about it, we always see Megan's
guys.
ass too. So
Yeah, we see everyone's butt.
But, like,
Enough
That's
about
it.
the
That's
nasty.
it.
Really?
Let's
you.
I mean,
guys, because
It's okay.
no, it's all right.
everyone's butts out, you know,
It's just a lot.
and it goes.
Let's
And you know,
just not do it.
feminists,
you know?
right?
feminism.
It's your body.
Black
Do
Lives
what you
Matter,
want.
women
Right.
rock,
You know?
black girls rock.
Be out.
Okay.
Do
We
what you
love
want.
everyone.
Guys, you know what we didn't do? We didn't talk about ourselves. I mean, we're part of the Black Girl Magic, no?
Yeah.
Facts. I do definitely foresee myself in the Forbes 30 and the 30 list within the next 48 months.
You better prophesy, sis.
Yeah,
You
I
said
do.
30 months?
48 months.
48
like 2
months.
years. I better not hit 25 before I'm on that thing.
2 years. Let's
Hey.
stay
Okay.
friends.
Yeah,
Alright.
I don't know what I'm gonna be on there for, but I'm gonna be on there.
Probably for
That's
the
what's
podcast,
up.
you know?
Yeah, yeah, please, for the podcast. That means I'm going to be on it, too.
Yes.
So, guys, in 2 years, we will both be Forbes 30 under 30.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, tell us
Stay
about
tuned.
it, guys. You know, tell
Alright?
the audience.
Once I
what
start
are we-
changing
you
my
know?
number, I don't want to hear. Remember that
Right.
time we took a pic in 6th grade? No.
She's all
You
about
did.
like the humble beginnings for
I'm
like the crazy
sick.
flex later.
I'm sick.
Don't
I'm
ever think she's
sick.
really humble, because really she's just really
She's waiting
waiting.
on it.
She's
She's waiting
waiting.
You're waiting.
It's
I feel like
waiting.
I've been forced to be humble for so long. I've done it. Even if I didn't want to be, I had to.
Yeah.
I had to. Like let's look right now. Apple tried to take their money and it got denied.
I've been denied for like 5
It's
months.
getting declined. Like
here.
$4.99 decline. You know, and that's okay.
She's like a
For this season,
new car.
Apple would be telling y'all like, "Yo, Tina just dropped something." Facts. Apple, you decline now, but one day I'll be paying you later. You know.
Period.
So whether I want it or not, I've been forced to live like this.
Period.
You know.
Period. No.
Jesus.
Yes. But
tell us about it, guys. Tell
our
us about your
podcast?
podcast. Yes, give us the deets.
so our podcast, Le Call L'Église Lakai. Oh, there's my camera. Our podcast, Le Call L'Église Lakai, is about being Haitian, being a millennial, being Christian, being a woman, being a man. You know, being
Yeah, that's the word. That's the one word that just made it all.
yes, but it's really centered around being a Haitian, because you know that's honestly you could be just really centered about being Haitian. Really, really. That's really what it is. And you know, just our day-to-day experiences. We know that growing up Haitian is a unique experience. It's unlike anything. And even if you had like a Hispanic friend, a white friend, or whatever friend, you know, it's just something about the way that you are raised. It's just not the same. Like, it's just not the same. So I feel like, you know, our podcast is a place where you as a Haitian millennial or an older Haitian person or a younger Haitian person, like, you know, Gen Z and who is this? Baby boomers? That's the one that's before millennials?
I think so.
Yeah.
You have your cane, whatever age you are. You can listen and you'll get it. You'll get it. Because the method has never changed. It's the same thing. You have anything to add?
Yeah, and even though like being Haitian is like, you know, we all have like the same experience, it's all really different. Like even being Haitian is diversity within itself, because there's mad different Haitians out there. So we just talk about life and going through life, and we have people of all types of demographics that can relate and listen. So yeah,
That's what's up.
and we're not like mad serious. We you
Just
know,
match-
it's,
just-
it's therapeutically funny, because you know, if we got serious, we'd just be crying on the show all the time.
Yeah.
Like,
Haitians need
the
therapy.
abuse and oppression
That's
is real.
gonna be a t-shirt. T-shirt coming out, Haitians need therapy too.
Oh God.
It'd be like that laugh cry where you're like,
Right, exactly.
At the end of every episode, we're like, damn, we need therapy.
Right. After we shut it off, we're like,
It's like
what
we're
was
going
that?
through a lot. And
What was that?
and everyone be in the comments like, facts, me too, same. Wow, there's not enough therapists for all of us.
Right, exactly.
But
if you
it's
ever want a
okay.
Haitian therapist on the show, plug.
Yeah.
Right, talk about. Okay, go ahead, Miss Hearn. So this too much. Tell us about us. Tell us.
This too much is literally that.
That's too much.
This too much. It's about everything and anything in this life that is too much. Like, men, women, adulting, you know, your Christian walk. Yeah, literally just everything. And just talking about the experience. I've had a lot of people on the show who are local, because I think there's always this consensus like, oh, Boston is whack, they're not New York or LA or Miami, like bigger cities. And it's like, we're not, but at the same time, there's so much to do here. Like, depending on your age, you may not see it as often, especially if you're under 21. But I think for me, there's so many people I've met, so many events I've been to, so many things I've learned about in the past like couple of years, that it's like, all right, there's actually things to do in Boston, and y'all need to talk to these people that I've been talking to and understand their experience of it, and just put others on. But also just talking about funny shit. Like, the last episode for this first season was called Haitian Blanket Season, and we were talking about like relationships and cuffing season, because, you know, people think cuffing season is really a thing, but it's not. It's a ploy. But I digress from that. Okay. So, you know, just, yeah, talking about things like that. There's an underlying of therapy into it, I'd say, because that's just what I do. So it just pops up everywhere, but it's really just fun and just conversations.
You said something that's kind of important. You're talking about how, like, you know, people in Boston say it's not big enough. Or I was just thinking about how even when we were beginning, how, like, we kind of do this thing as, like, humans where we kind of want, like, the next big person out there to co-sign, or people on there. You know, we want, like, big guests to come on. But honestly, if we hype up, like, the people around us, like, the other ones that already make it, that's how you make it. We be so ready to, like, get connected to, like, someone that's already made it, when we have, like, each other, and we could, like, put each other on. So we
don't want to be known, like, in, like, LA, but, like, the city over doesn't even know you.
Right.
Like, so it's just, like, or doesn't respect you, or support you. So,
And I think it starts with just starting your audience that you have here and seeing where that goes first,
and appreciating the audience you have here, because people be so ready to make it in like another city, and your own city doesn't like you, like really, you know.
And even that
she hates local rappers.
First of all, that's really a lie, because if you look at my SoundCloud, you know, shout out to all my locals.
Which one's your favorite?
My man's that's a barber, Obed's barber. What's his name? Yo, my memory's kind of
you guys stupid, or are you crazy, or are you dumb? Which one? You could pick one.
Bro,
I'm gonna let her say.
I gotta go on my SoundCloud.
Are you talking about Phil?
Fill my cup. That's. I'm sorry.
What's
Phil,
your favorite
it's been a long
song?
day. What you tell me what you like, something like that. Yeah, bro. I don't even know, bro.
But again, that's where it begins. Supporting the local.
Yo, Dawn. That's my guy. Shout out Dawn.
Season 3, like, as we're recording, every episode she has something to say about a local rapper. So just wait for it.
But that's good.
No, they so happen to be the example.
She loves you guys so much. That's why, like, she's so hard on you guys.
Why did you even open up that can of worms? All I'm saying, I was trying to say something positive, and I made it negative. All I'm saying is,
I did do that.
if we, like, you know, show each other love on a local scale, that's what matters more than trying to make it in some city where no one knows you. Like, your culture's already brand new, and you're trying to bring, like, say you're trying to go to DMV, and these niggas don't know you. They don't care.
And they have their own thing going on,
exactly.
their own vibe. Now you're trying to, like, go into their vibe and then be better than them.
Like, all the seasons that we think are popping, the locals made it popping. So if we make ourselves popping, you know, that's how we put ourselves on.
They don't want to
There
hear
are local
that.
people that have blown
Everybody
up,
be
like,
mad pressed to move to LA, and LA got like a homeless crisis going on.
Right.
Like, come on, please stay here.
They don't even have space for us like that. So I don't know why they be rushing over there like they're about to make big time. Like, it's not that easy.
I don't know. I just think there's a lot of things going on locally that people really try to downplay.
Right.
Like, this Saturday, which is, I just realized, I'm
Put
like,
us on. Put us on.
So, my friends, NYA, they're doing a self-care
Rhythm
event.
and Brunch?
Yes, those people.
We've
so
always been trying to go to that.
Oh, you gotta.
Yeah,
well,
when
it's back anyways. But they're doing something called Not Your Average Tea Party, and it's a self-care event.
Oh, cool.
And it's like, how many people in Boston you know are, one, doing a self-care event, And 2, these are the same people that will give you Rhythm and Brunch or Brown Sugar, which is like their R&B fet and things like that. So I think it just really well rounds it out, 1. But 2, again, there's things to do in Boston that's not Icon, Venue, or Kilot, whatever clubs see out. You know,
I think.
So
the Kilot Club.
Ooh, yes.
I mean,
or whatever.
Horrible,
right?
But it sounds good,
right?
I mean, like the words.
I know.
See,
together.
But that's how
I hear you. I hear you.
They're interesting.
Right.
Like, ooh, really?
Yeah,
They're like, Key Club sound.
Right.
You said the.
The
But
gag
yeah.
is they sell underwear. It's just like really nice underwear.
It's actually just like Victoria's Secret, but Haitian.
Exactly. There you go.
That's sick.
So yeah, so there's different things to do, and I think people just need to know that. And I feel like, or at least I'd hope, with my podcast, I've given a bit of glimpse in some of these different things in the area, but also just having fun with it.
So do you guys feel like? Sorry.
No, you're good.
Do you feel like Boston can be that hub for like entertainment, music, podcasts, and all that stuff, or do you think like people do have to branch out to actually make it?
I think we can. I feel like Boston has so much talent, but everyone wants to like ish on the next person.
True.
Or they don't want to share. You know, they think if they keep the momentum they have now for themselves, they'll get bigger. But if you just combine momentums, you create more momentum. You know.
I think that I'm not all up in the sauce in Boston and like the music in Boston, but what I've heard is that Boston is very cliquey, and something that I've seen like when I used to go to like underground concerts with these kids, these little local rappers.
Wow.
I feel like a lot of the music. See, I can't even talk about the music scene because I'm not in it. But from my perspective, I'm trying so hard not to be canceled, but it's just like
you're not gonna be canceled.
Remember,
nobody's canceled.
It's a real thing.
Yes, you're right. It's just imagination.
Yeah.
Can you give me rainbows when I do that? I don't know if you can edit that in, but I kind of feel like in Boston, like people aren't willing to work together to like for the greater good. I feel like everybody feels like they have to be like a dog eat dog, you know, type of thing. Because, you know, in the industry, the big music industry, it looks like, oh, I'm better than you, and I'm better than you type thing going on. I'm the illest rapper out here alive. And I feel like here people feel like they have to do that too, but it's like y'all don't have to do that because you guys are all making noise and nobody can hear what you're actually saying. So if you work together to like bring one sound or whatever, then I think that'll make a difference, and you could actually put Boston on whatever map that people keep talking about. And
I think that was mad shade when she talks.
It's not even shade. I'm just serious. I don't know the map, but you know, like,
Oh my god!
you know, I feel like Boston. I really feel like Boston could get up there because I've seen talented people, and I'm just like, yo, you're dope. Why do you have 2 followers on SoundCloud? Like, why are you not making it? And it's just because like people aren't willing to work together. Like I'm talking a lot, but like short story. Like I'm gonna make this as vague as I can because I don't want people watching this and be like, oh, you're talking about me. But anyways, I've been around like people who like, I'm gonna speak for the beat makers, like the people who make the beats. I've been around them and like I've witnessed them kind of get cheated by like the rappers, not getting paid or like kind of not getting credit. So it's little things like that that's happening, and it's like you guys are not gonna get anywhere if you don't understand that you need this community to like move forward. Your song could be hot, but that'll be the one and only hit you ever have because you don't know how to work with people and you want to be all like, I don't know.
People are also scared to co-sign things out loud. Like they want, they need to be there to be a hype before everyone's like. Then it's
or at least
I know these
co-sign.
they're posting their snap memories from before you could lay your edges, but it's like
okay, I thought shade when I speak.
If you had co-signed while you were the first person they sent the song to, and you're the last person retweeting it on Twitter. Like if you had co-signed while they were there, then maybe. But people always seem to need like 100 people that they don't know to be like, oh, this is fire before they drop an emoji.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying like, oh, like it matters, but it does mean a lot, I guess, when you know someone you know is like, oh, shoot, fire emoji.
That's part of what I'm saying, like kind of like the out for myself type of thing, and just like
we have it. It's just dumb, petty nonsense, man.
I also think there's a part of it where it's like, you gotta support your friends.
Yeah, you gotta support your friends. And
if your friends aren't even supporting you, that's kind of problematic. Like, I think about what's starting the podcast. Like, January will make it a year. And I'm just like, damn.
Congrats.
Right. Even thinking about that, I'm like, if my friends weren't saying, like, yo, just do it, or the people that came on the show weren't there to just do it with me and participate, where would this have gone, you know? So I think there's that aspect where it's like, can your friends support you too? And if they are able to, then
move accordingly.
Yeah, like what's next? Because I think there is that aspect where it's like, if like you think about like shopping local, if the locals aren't supporting you, where is that's true. Bigger support gonna come from? Yeah. And I think a lot of times people think that support means like they have to buy your shit, or they have to like give some form of like monetary support. And it's like, no, just you reposting my episode means a lot to me. If you listen to it in the background, because you know, like they be counting them spins, that means a lot to me. And figuring out how those closest to you can support you, because it matters whether it's something creative, whether it's your career, or just something you're trying out of your comfort zone. If you don't have that support, you're not going to want to do it, or you're not going to even want to believe in yourself if you have no one in your corner.
And on the flip side, it has to be something of quality that people can support. Because like, if like say, you know, like
local rappers,
my friend bakes, right?
Yeah.
And her cookies suck. And I'm out here on Snap like, yo, come get you some 2 for $5. And if you cop from me, I'm going to give you 5 for $8, right?
Yeah.
And you taste it and it's trash. What are you going to post? You're going to post me and them and do bad business. I can't always have my PR on the face of your product if it's not good.
But I think that also goes to speak like, are your friends really your friends if they're not telling you your things are trash?
And then that's when people go on Twitter and be like, it be your own niggas. But that's not true. Fact of the matter is, I loved you so much, I didn't repost it.
That's crazy.
That's how much I loved you.
They don't want to hear that sermon.
It's that part.
And that's a whole nother layer to itself. Like, the people that are out here trying things, are you taking the criticism that you're given?
Right.
Okay.
Because, sometimes criticism can just be opinions, but other times it's healthy criticism that you need to hear for you to actually like flourish.
And some people are too stubborn to actually take that, and they got Twitter fingers 25/8.
Hot.
And the higher you go, the more criticism you're gonna get.
Right. Yeah.
And if you really are trash, it.
Okay. Do you guys feel like that's a struggle?
How do you feel?
In Boston, like
no, like for people, you know, us people who are in podcasts, do you feel like that can be a struggle, like criticism?
Yeah,
but knowing what to take and what to not take, because if you're the only one that thinks this episode wasn't funny, well, good for you, you know. But like, if 5 other people say, "Oh, you guys are pretty problematic," now we gotta go back and see where were we wrong.
Yeah.
So knowing what to accept and what to completely ignore, you know, because people are gonna say what they're gonna say. And I also think I always put the shoe on the other foot, right? So I also think like if I'm a consumer of what I'm putting out, what would I want to know about what I'm doing, you know, so I always put the shoe on the other foot.
I think podcasting is just podcasting has always been here, but I feel like it's like more like getting more popular because I feel like more millennials and younger people are getting into it. And just I feel like conversations are becoming more important because, you know, mental health is becoming more important. Genuine, authentic relationships are getting more important. So therefore conversations are more important. Getting important. But the thing about podcasts is like it's just straight your opinions. Like it's just straight what you think. Yeah. So really, and
depending on the podcast.
Yeah, depending on the podcast, it could be like facts, like you're teaching or something. Research. And 7 out of I don't know. This is Naïkey facts. Naïkey facts.
I was like them stats go.
Naïkey facts, which are not facts at all. 7 out of 10 times, you know, people are listening to what you're saying, and they might not agree, and they might run with that and just be like, cancel this podcast. This podcast is trash, and you know, whatever. Like, I mean, I've gotten my fair share of like, why'd you say that? Like, that's just not.
But you know what? I feel like you did your job, because I feel like being part of a podcast, not only you're stating your opinion, you're also making like, I don't know, kind of making moves in a sense where, because that person said something to you, it made them think about what you said, and it made them think of their own opinion. Like, they probably didn't think of the topic that you were talking about, but because you spoke on it, it's like, whoa, okay, I don't agree with what she said, but I'm interested in this topic now, and they probably want to get into it.
That's true.
I think there's also a point to it where it's like, who you're creating this content for.
That too.
Because I remember when I decided I was going to do this, I was like, all right, who am I making this for when I decide I'm just going to do this, right? And I had one friend who was like, your episodes are kind of long. Because like,
interesting.
Even though podcasts are long.
Yeah. I was like, okay. I was like, depending on the episode, on average, like, it's usually under an hour. That's what I try to do. But there are some episodes it goes over. Like, it happens. It's whatever. And I was like, okay. I'm going to still post these episodes, though.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, like, I'm not creating the content for just one person. And whatever you need to get out of the conversation, you will get it within the time frame that you want to listen. If you want to listen to 20 minutes, if you get what you need in 20 minutes, cool. Yeah. If someone else wants to listen to the hour 30 that I actually put in, they will listen to it too.
Right.
But like, again, with opinions, it's things like that I take with a grain of salt, because it's like, at the end of the day, someone's going to consume this content and how much of it that they want. Like, I think about the podcasts I listen to, like Friend Zone, Read, those podcasts be long, and I
listen to the whole
episode.
Sometimes I'd be shocked. I'm like, when I'm done, I'm like, that was 2 hours and 30 minutes. I could have done some big things.
And then I listened to
I enjoyed it.
Right.
And I would do it again. Like, I've listened to podcasts where I listen to the same episode twice or 3 times.
Yep.
Like, I love it.
Yeah. And I think there's a point where it's like, yes, I'd want your support as my friend, and I appreciate all that you say. But at the same time, as a consumer, you got to do what's best for you. If you decide you want to listen to 20 minutes of an episode, cool. Listen to 20 minutes. Let it play in the background.
It's so funny because the other day, like, I had a coworker at my new job.
Hey, a job is a job.
I had a coworker. Right. He was like, "Oh my God, I just listened to your podcast." He's like, "I listened to 2 episodes." I was like, "Oh my gosh, really?" Because I don't be out here being like, "I have a podcast." Right. I have a podcast because. You know me in real life, then you're going to go listen to what I said. Yeah, it's just, facts. I don't want to hear it. I don't want you talking about it. I love when strangers listen to it and then they comment. It's like, I don't really know you like that, but it's like, I love it, you know? So he was talking about how he listened to like 2 episodes, and he was mentioning a part of the episode, something I had said. I don't remember saying it at all, like at all. Yeah, but then it was like one day I was on the bus and I was like, let me go like see what was said, because for season 3 we're not editing. So I'm like, oh my God, let me go see what I said. And what I said, what he was talking about was all the way at the end. It was one of the last things I said. And I was like, yo, people really be listening to the whole thing, like to the whole thing. Yes. I mean, shout out to them, but it's just like it's true. Like,
get what they want
when they enjoy it and they're really into it, they'll listen to the whole thing. And it's people who just are just weirdos who be saying weird things like, "Why is your episode an hour, girl? You'll sit over here and watch Love and Hip Hop, which is a whole hour
of nonsense." But that's for another. It's for another session. We're not
shout out to everyone who gives us the hits,
right?
The listens.
Yeah,
support your local podcast, to be honest.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So we want to get into reality checks. Y'all ready for it?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't even know what mine is.
No. You'll have some time. I'll go first, and then hopefully y'all can come up and win when it's your turn. Okay. All right. Cool. Camera on me. Okay. Cool. All right. So my reality check of this week. I heard it. I don't know when I heard it, but I heard it recently. And it was at church. Boom, there you go. It was turn your adversaries. Hold on, let me get the word right. Pause. Adversities. Boom, into adventures. So basically, the way they kind of explained it to us was like, any issues you have in life, like don't just process on the issue. Just kind of look at it like, okay, This is a journey that I'm going to embark on. This is an adventure I'm going to embark on. I obviously didn't like how I'm set up in this situation, but I'm going to have fun learning how to get out of it and have fun looking at the end result of it. So, it's just a reminder to everybody, don't stress. I know, speaking as a student, that, it's crunch time, finals week, y'all got it, push through.
God bless
push through. But we got it. One more week to go. And that's it for me. Who wants to go next?
Pressure.
So just like
you're something just something to give to the audience for the week. Yeah, food for thought.
One thing that kind of dawned on me over the weekend when I was having a little pity party was that sometimes we spend time complaining about a moment that we prayed to be in. So I was really just thinking about how boo, my life sucks. But I remember me 5 years ago today would be honored to just be where I'm at. So just, when it feels like everything else is so trash, remember that you've accomplished more than you really thought you could have.
That's beautiful. All right, you two. Who's going up?
No, I'm still thinking about I'm going to say mine. And I hope while I say it,
It'll
say
just
it.
come together. You got it.
You know how I
talk? She's going to start talking until it makes sense.
Circles until I make sense. So let me go like this. So my reality check would have to be something around the sort of if you I'm gonna tiptoe around the topic of basically if you don't do it, no one will do it for you. It's not gonna get done until you do it. And what I mean by that is specifically this. Oh, that's how my week went. Trash. Specifically, yesterday I was really having a pity party as well. Grand pity party. Everyone was invited. Nobody came. And so I was having a pity party myself, and I was just really down, and I was just really annoyed about where I was in life. And, and I was just really annoyed. But then I was like, you know what, Naïkey, if you don't do something about yourself, nobody will do it for you. Everybody else is moving forward. You're getting older. You can't crawl back into your mother's womb and be like, oh God, I'm just gonna stay here.
It's ghetto out here.
Right, it's ghetto out here. I gotta go.
I hate it here.
You gotta do something about yourself. If you want to do well in school, you gotta put in the work. If you want to make more money, you gotta put in the work. If you want to lose some weight, you gotta put in the work.
Okay.
Want to grow your hair, you gotta put in the work.
Yep.
Change your sheets, change your pillowcase, take care of yourself, basically.
Brush your teeth.
Yeah, you gotta do something about you. Basically.
Wash your legs.
Wash your legs, please, Moon Blanc, please. Please, let's bridge the gap here. But that's just a big thing. Oh, I wasn't looking at the camera the whole time. That's a big thing. Take care of yourself, because nobody can take care of you but you. Period. That's my thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hate moments like this because
it's all on you.
Yeah, and I don't appreciate that, but it's fine.
The camera right there for you.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. Shit.
You had it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. My reality check would be to honor yourself and your intentions in all that you do. I think a lot of times it's easy for us to second guess ourselves, to second guess our moves, and I think a lot of times we need to just honor your feelings and sit with them and just go for it. I know for me, when I feel like I'm going crazy or just it feels like I need people to side with me on something and they're not, I'm just like, all right.
Okay, then.
But I needed you to say what I wanted to hear. And I think in honoring your feelings, a lot of times you need to hear what you don't want to hear, because feelings can be fleeting at times, and you want to find that boundary. Well, not boundary, I lied. You want to find that balance in honoring your feelings, but also being able to take wisdom in what people say to you and how that really navigates how you move and how you do certain things. But again, being intentional in that, especially as corny as it sounds, we're in the last couple of weeks of 2019, and a new decade doesn't start till 2021. That's what y'all need to know. A new decade doesn't start till 2021, but I digress. But again, being intentional in everything that you do. And for me, I know I've been trying to, wake up and be like, all right, what's my intention for today? Especially because work be trying me. But yeah, so be intentional with your feelings, with yourself, and how you move on this earth.
Hey.
Boom.
I love that, guys.
Can I say one last thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's a great day to be black. Okay. That's just how I feel.
Amen, we.
It's a great day to be a black girl. We're killing it.
Hot.
Yes.
Period.
Period, poo.
Yeah.
Hi.
Okay, this concludes our episode. I'm so happy, you guys. This was dope.
It was. We need to do this again.
Yeah, this was fun. I loved it. I loved it a lot.
Yeah.
But, signing off, it's your girl, Imani.
It's your girl, Hermeline.
It's your girl, Naïkey.
It's your girl, Tina.
And, oh, wow.
Go subscribe to our podcast, too.
Yeah.
And we will see you next time. But,
I'll fight
blessings
you all.
for listening, guys.
Bye. Bye.